Welcome back to the Sports News Analysis YouTube channel. My name is Mike. I'm continuing my Week 16 NFL previews and analysis. This video is for the game between the St. Louis Rams and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This game will take place in St. Louis, who's coming off a big win at home last week versus New Orleans. They sit at 6-8, and you have Tampa at 4-10 off of a home loss to San Francisco, 33-14. And I can tell you one thing: both these teams are glad they don't have to play San Francisco in their remaining games. Both these teams having a lot of trouble with that tough physical style that San Francisco probably at this point is doing better than anyone else on both sides of the ball. And you have Tampa at 4-10. But keep in mind with Tampa, they're a sneaky team. And I only say that because they have a lot of talent, okay, most notably on the defensive side of the ball. They have been able to run the ball in spurts this year, and when they've been able to run the ball and put Mike Glennon in comfortable situations, he's played well. They've had two very surprising road performances this year that make me think they can hang in this game with St. Louis. You had the game earlier in the year where they almost beat the Seahawks, losing by 3, and you had a game a couple weeks ago where they actually beat Detroit at Detroit. So, expect a good effort out of Tampa. They haven't shown any signs of mailing it in this season, although there was thoughts of that maybe earlier in the year. You have the Rams, who, look, they've showed us this before, right, with big wins at home, whether it was against Indianapolis, against Chicago as well. Can they make this one stick? And what I mean by that is, can they play consistently well in this game and follow a big performance up with another big performance? I think that's what you need to see if you're a St. Louis Rams fan. I think people are going to be high on the Rams this week, and justifiably so. They came out and played a good game last week. Can they run the ball with the same success that they had against the Saints on the Buccaneers? I know the Saints are overall a better team, but the Buccaneers certainly have a better rush defense than the Saints do. If you take a look at the stats and if you just watch both teams play. Okay. On the flip side, though, can Tampa gain any traction running the ball against St. Louis? I had mentioned, that's a good barometer for their success. Look at the games Tampa has won, and they've been able to run the football and not rely on Mike Glennon to do too much. But given time, Mike Glennon down the field to some of these receivers, I think can be key, especially on the turf and especially against a Rams defense that I think can be had, especially in the secondary. Smaller corners for the Rams against bigger receivers for Tampa Bay. Certainly the Rams don't want the game to be in Kellen Clement's hands. I mean, he was 14 for 20 for 158 yards in their big win last week. That's exactly where the Rams want him. 20 to 25 attempts. Don't turn the ball over. Let's run the football. Let's let our front four get after the opposing quarterback. Okay, how does Tampa handle the likes of Chris Long and the bunch there, and Robert Quinn and everyone else? I liken the Rams defensive line a lot to Detroit. Are they going to be motivated? Do they come out and play great? If they do, it makes the Rams such a better team. It's really crazy. And they're good against the run and against the pass, really, when they want to be. And I'll be interested to see how that sort of unfolds in this game. And again, a game coming off of a good performance, which I think is key to see. From a passing game standpoint, look, I think that the Buccaneers secondary is just is a mismatch for the receivers that the Rams are going to run out there. But again, we'll see. We'll see if there's any other big plays in this game, special teams plays, kickoff returns, punt returns, things of that like. But I think straight up man for man, I think Tampa has a very good chance in this game. And which quarterback's going to play better? And I think in this one, I give a slight edge to Tampa. I think they're going to be able to run the ball better than people think. I think Kellen Clemens is not going to have, or not going to be, can't be relied upon to sort of win a game. And I think that's what he's going to have to do against a Tampa defense that I think is going to, hold down that St. Louis running game. So I like not only Tampa plus 5.5, I like Tampa outright to win this game out in St. Louis. Guys, let me know what you think. Hit me up in the YouTube comments. Hit me up on Twitter. I'm at @SNewsAnalysis. Subscribe, guys. It's free to subscribe to my channel here on YouTube, so be sure to subscribe. Thanks for listening. Have a great night.